New insights about China's covert mission high above the U.S. in exclusive reporting from NBC News. The Chinese spy balloon that traveled across the country for several days was able to gather intelligence passing over sensitive American military sites before it was shot down in February on President Biden's order. That's according to two current and one former senior official. Among the new findings, China steered the balloon in a figure-8 pattern at times and collected electronic signals detected from U.S. bases and weapon systems. The balloon had a remote self-destruct mechanism. Sources say it's unclear if that failed or China did not use it. The White House today.
It had a propeller, it had a rudder, it had the ability to speed up and slow down, turn. It had maneuverability.
Sources also told NBC News the balloon was able to send back intelligence to Beijing in real time.
So as of right now, purpose of the balloon, Queen of Swords and the Hermit. Yeah, it's like a gathering of information, like a draining of information, especially when it comes to communications. It seems like the balloon, but it's not like, it's not gathering information from like the average person though. That's the thing. It's not like a balloon flying over to spy and see your passwords to your social medias. Like, it's not like that. It's like the balloon was trying to see what certain organizations knew and or how they would react. But I think it's less how they would react and more trying to gather what they knew or what was being communicated between parties. It's like one side baiting the other side into seeing how much information they would reveal in a time of chaos, or how they would react in a time of confusion. But I do believe it's connected, and I do believe it's almost like maybe something could be said like, oh, see what happens when you don't tell us all the information, or see what happens when you don't reveal everything to us. Things like this happen, and then there's confusion and there's chaos. So you have to tell us everything that's going on, if that makes sense. But the Hermit and Queen of Swords is like, whatever was meant to come out of this in terms of one side baiting the other side into giving information, it happened. Like that, they were able to get that information. I don't know if they were given it or like stole it, but like whatever information, let's say it was side B that was baiting side A. Side B got whatever they were looking for. They did get either the reaction, the information, or the access that they were looking for. The balloon, which seems like a separate, but the point of it was to get people talking. And this also, how I said, it was to gather some kind of communications or information or something digital. Social media would be a confirmation of that. And then this is also like a statue of a person. So how I said it was them trying to see like what kind of reaction there would be in a way, or lack thereof. It's interesting because this is a statue, so they didn't get the reaction that they wanted, but they still got the information that they wanted. It's more of a long game, planting seeds now so that they sprout later in combination with other sproutings. And like how we shot the balloon down, I think this is just a confirmation that when the balloon was shot down, it was because the information was, or conversations or whatever was finished or completed being gathered. By that, by communication, I mean like Okay, so this is happening. Now we want to watch and see how this group communicates with this group about what's happening. See what they tell each other, see what they don't tell each other. That type of thing. Almost like if you're in like a group of friends and you're like, man, I wonder if that person's my best friend or if they're better friends with that person. Let me do this and see, or is that person going to be more loyal to me or them? Because I need to know this for my next step. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah, it's like waiting to see what this side was going to tell this side about what was going on. And the balloon was to gather that intelligence or that conversation or information. Because the Three of Wands would be like, I'm looking ahead at something. Chemical spills and balloon. Oh, it's not like flying over and getting the data. It's like planting something that allows you to continuously get the data. Because the Three of Wands would be like, things are changing, so I need a different way to make sure that I'm getting the same information that I was getting previously. But because of the chaos that's going to ensue from what's planned to happen, there's going to be extra barriers put up to safeguard against me being able to get the information in the same way that I used to get it. So now I need a different way. I need to plant a seed somewhere. It's almost like, and it's not this literally, this is just like an example of what I'm seeing in my brain. Like imagine like the balloon flying and like, I know that there's like satellites everywhere, but it's almost like the balloon was, I don't know how, it's like setting, it's like putting something in place that, I don't know, I can't make sense of it yet. I think I need to do more research. It's like because of the chaos that will ensue from these events, there's going to be an extra barrier put up that blocks out what I was previously able to access. So I need to get on the inside and put this somewhere so that I still have access when these walls are up. It has something to do with the energy grid. I just don't know what. Imagine like the whole United States is covered in this invisible netting, right? It's like the balloon had to hook up to something physically. Like, you know how you can charge your phone on like a, you just put it on the charger, like you just place it like phone charger and you don't have to plug it in or anything. You just put it there, right? Like a Bluetooth type of charger, I guess. I don't know what it's called. It's like that's what's normally done, but because of added protection that's going to come in because of the events, it's like needing to plug it in literally, like put the plug in instead of just laying it on the charger, like needing that hard connection charge instead of like an air charge. I gotta do more research. That makes more sense, but that's what I'm seeing. The balloon wasn't, balloon and aliens. The balloons weren't just flying around randomly. There was certain places that they had to be. Desert, mountains. It's like there's like an invisible blanket of connection, like energy grid type of connection. And it's almost like there's certain places where you can hardwire tap into this. Like you can access it like Wi-Fi, but that Wi-Fi can also be blocked. Yeah, it's like you can access, you can get in with Wi-Fi type of connection, but if there's certain things that are shut down, then you'll be cut off from that connection unless you're also, or were at some point like hardwired in. like a flash drive, how you can put your flash drive in a computer and leave it in there. It's like there's certain places where that can happen. And that was the purpose of it. But if the balloon is happening at the same time as the UFOs, you might not be paying as much attention as to like where that connection could occur, because you're paying attention to this and this and this and this, and that's over there and that's over there.
Part of it is a test to see whether they can penetrate our airspace. Part of it is, frankly, collecting intelligence in real time.
Today, national security officials said the U.S. did take measures against the balloon that mitigated China's ability to collect sensitive U.S. data.